I'm bootlegging copies of Sports Illustrated up here. So, Matt, you go ahead. You can have that one. I bought a couple extra ones. So.
Giving them away.
Carlos joins us this morning. Carlos, you going to do our taxes for us?
Yes.
Now, you do tax returns.
We do tax returns, yes. And there's two definite changes that's happening this year. One of them, instead of starting the season on the 22nd, the season started on the 30th because they're so far behind, you know, because of fiscal cliff and all of that stuff. The other main change is the earned income credit on children. Because what was happening in previous years, people would borrow kids from other people.
What?
Yes, whites, blacks, Hispanics, everybody was borrowing the kids and putting them in the taxes so they could get more money back.
Well,
you can do that.
What are you shaking here? You do that?
Yeah.
Well,
that's legal?
No, he was telling me about it.
And what's happening is that now if you are claiming, let's say that you borrow this child to put him in your taxes.
Come on, Tanner, come on with us.
And you can do that. Now you have to put what school that he goes to and a lot of other information.
They don't really have to be your kids. You just got to be the parent, custodian.
But you got to show proof that you're supporting that kid.
Now.
See?
Really?
But you have to prove it.
Huh.
So you have to prove it now.
Okay.
But you got to.
Okay, now you have to
in the
prove
past, you didn't have to prove it.
No, you just put him as your nephew, your niece, or whatever.
But as if they were living with you.
But now the tax program shows that they're asking people this year, what school do they go to?
Who's their
What
teacher?
school you go to,
And
Tanner?
who's the teacher?
Really?
And you as a tax preparer, you're going to get fined if you do not do your due diligence in finding out if that's their kid or not.
Now, the name of your tax business is Colonial, right?
Right.
Right. And you're right there next to, what's the best way to describe where you are? Hometown Grocery, you're right there near there, right?
Yeah, next to that Greasy Burger place.
Dove's.
Burgers.
Dove, yeah.
Dove. Who doesn't know Dove?
I'm on Lee Street.
Yeah, Dove, who doesn't? But you start now, are people already starting to get to do their taxes now?
I have a lot of folks that come in and they do taxes, yes. But the new rule is that I have to be very careful and ask a lot of questions and write them down. I have to memorialize what they tell me. And then I have them sign the document and keep the document. Because if I get inspected on someone that is cheating like that, then I can say, well, they gave me the information, and here's the signature.
You don't recommend to people?
They sign it, bottom line is they sign it saying that they agree.
And there's some other changes, but those are the main changes that's happening.
You don't recommend to people to file an extension?
You need to.
I do it every year.
Yeah.
I do it every year.
You don't know what we do.
Yeah. Joseph, you're the youngest city council member probably ever in Athens ever had. What are you, 20 years old?
Yeah, really.
5 kids.
I'm 32.
Yeah.
32.
But now, y'all got a city council meeting today.
Yes, sir.
What's up? Something going on? Y'all got to meet like 3 times in 1 week or what?
We're having a work session with the water and wastewater department, and it's going to be a pretty long one. We're going to kind of get a priority of what all needs to keep continuing on with capital improvements and the expenditures towards it, and we're going to learn a lot. We got to just prioritize what's next.
What have you found out as a short? You've been there, what, 3 months now?
Is it what you expected?
Well, you just got sworn in a couple months ago. What have you learned most, I guess, or you didn't think about was city council? Is it boring?
It is not boring at all. I think when I decided quick that I was not going to let the fear of a stupid question hold me back, and that is it might be I've asked a lot of stupid questions, but I've kept it going, I've kept it interesting. And there's so much. A lot of people think Athens is just a small little town, but we act like we are because we're just all hospitable to each other. But there's a lot going on, and it's I tell you what, I sleep a little bit less now because there's always something that you're needing to brainstorm or just consider.
Is the city of Athens, going to be able to keep people like Madison, who was just Madison and Huntsville, from expanding into more of our boundaries over here? Do you see the city council eventually expanding out the city limits?
I could see us going to that point. I mean, going there at some point, but I think that we will kind of protect our own boundaries better and better, and that's just as we become more and more successful, and that's the direction we're going.
Well, it's obviously a hot spot, and I know both of you guys are in real estate here, but do y'all see, and I was talking to Keith Griffin yesterday. He's had one of his best years ever in building. Tom, do y'all see building and homes coming back? I mean, with your fellow realtors like Patsy Gooch and folks like that, she had a good year. And it's kind of surprising to me because of the way the economy is. Now, I know down Chick-fil-A, Matthew's business was probably the best year he ever had because people just can't resist. Hey, by the way, Jay Barker been back in there anymore and Sarah Evans?
I hadn't seen him lately.
You're going to call me when she shows up, right?
They've been in Miami the last week.
Okay. Yeah,
Well, Jamie, one of the main factors is also that agents are doing better is because there's about over 30,000 real estate licensees in the state of Alabama. And about 11,000 of them, their licenses are inactive.
Now,
So that led up the opportunity to the other agents to do their job.
well, back, years ago when everything was booming, everybody,
Everyone
I
wanted
got
to
to
be
get my
a
real estate
realtor.
license. Got to get my real estate. Then all of a sudden, when everything, like you say, then the economy slowed down, people just because you got to keep that up and go to course, take courses and everything to maintain your license,
Right.
don't you?
Yes.
Right.
And pay
You can go
yearly.
back to the 70s, and of course, I don't know about other than that, but it has always been, everybody wants their license, the market's good, and it drops off, then they get out of the business or whatever. But that's been a trend ever since I've known.
Right.
So, but anytime the market's good in anything, everybody wants in. No, it doesn't matter what it is.
So is it too late for me to get my license?
Yes.
Well, no, you get your license.
You're trying to put me
We
to
need
work?
something else to do, yeah.
Now,
We-
this
did
is
you
my third
notice
cycle
we-
in real estate. My first cycle was in the 70s. When I went into real estate, the interest rate was 18 to 20%.
Yeah, I know I bought a car, Jimmy Carter was president, I bought a car, paid 17% interest for it.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
How was that? You sell
Yeah,
That was
houses?
with good credit.
$2,000.
So people financed houses for 17, 18%?
Wow.
They were buying it, but there was such a thing as it was a program, an FHA program, where if the interest decreased, your payment decreased also. It was a decreasing
balloon-
type of
the
mortgage
balloon.
back then. That doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have any foreclosures back then.
But now, with interest rates the way they are now, is especially the time to get out and get something,
Yeah.
or refinance, or
What is
whatever
it,
you
four?
can
It's
do.
eased up just a little bit.
Less than that?
It's creeped up the mortgage rate.
All right, Joseph, you got anything else you want to add this morning before I go to a music video that I've been trying to run since Catherine Webb's getting all the publicity?
To what?
No, I got a music video.
Yeah.
I was wanting to check and see if Joseph can pave my street. While
Yeah.
Have you been bombarded with people with requests like that, or are they?
He's not our councilman.
Well, it's just still where
But he
city
has plenty.
Well, you know what Johnny Crutcher was up here the other day, what his advice was, don't answer your cell phone.
Not good advice.
And I already had do not answer when he.
Yeah, well, I don't either usually, but anyway. All right, y'all know the big news. Of course, we all say roll tide roll, and that was a great victory the other night, beat
Say
our
Roll Tide
number
Roll.
one nemesis through the ages. We all growing up hating Notre Dame.
Hadn't changed.
It hadn't changed, and it was absolutely the best ball game I believe I've ever seen in my life. People say, "Oh, boy, I don't like it." When it's 30-something to nothing at halftime, I love a game like that. That means my heart rate ain't going to get up because we're going to win, and it was big. But Captain Webb got all the publicity. She ain't known AJ, but what, a month?
2 months.
Has it been 2 months?
Yeah.
There she is right there.
Lucky him.
But yeah, lucky him now. But here, hey. Esquire, sexiest woman alive.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
According to you.
According to me. But I know one thing Catherine Webb ain't got. She ain't got a music video.
Yet.
She'll probably get one. She called me, she'd get one.
Get anything she
I want to go out on this. I want to thank y'all for getting up with us the past couple of days. We're back in action. Any of y'all had the flu? I know your wife has.
I'm good.
You're
good? It's bad.
It is bad.
But
Wash
anyway,
your hands a
it's
lot.
good to be back in this new year. Y'all go to eat Chick-fil-A. They're open right now, waiting on you to come by there.
Say roll,
Well,
roll.
we did a little music video. What? Go. What's the weather going to be?
It's going to rain all day.
Rain all day and all next week, too, it looks like. Want to go out on this Friday morning? Y'all get out and stay dry this weekend. There's no college football, but there is plenty
Yes,
of the
it is.
NFL action this weekend. We'll roll some of that video from this music video back from 2000 or 1999.
2000.
2000.
Long
One of
time
the
ago.
sexiest women alive. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll see y'all next week.
Girl, you've always had an eye and you've been left behind more than a time or two. You're headed down that road again, same old street, same dead end. Turn around, it's time to face the truth. You need a rock, not a rolling stone. You need a heart that you can depend on. Undying love, steady and strong. You need a rock and not a rolling stone. So find yourself someone to hold forever. Stand alone and keep you safe and sound. Grab a hold of a heart that's true. They do a world of good for you. I think you deserve some solid ground. You need a rock, not a rolling stone. You need a heart that you can depend on. Undying love, steady and strong. You need a rock. You need a rock and not a rolling stone. Let me be your shelter on a stormy night. I'm solid, girl, I swear that I'll be by your side when you need a rock, not a rolling stone. You need a heart